Hello everybody and welcome to a very premature Las Vegas free practice 1 review here on Forever Motorsports. Joined by myself, Mark, and Reece, who's alongside me. Major news coming out of Las Vegas and Formula 1, and the fact that we started our FP1 session. Carlos Sainz went around onto the back straight, the main straight, of course, with the Las Vegas Strip and everything, and the big feature for this race. Came onto it, went over one of the drain covers, which has actually been welded down, and ripped the whole thing from the ground, totaled his floor basically on the car.
Well, we don't know the extent of the damage, but we expect the damage is going to be relatively significant. They may have to replace that floor outright for Carlos Sainz. But very interesting to see that we have these issues out on circuit. We only got 10 minutes of running in FP1. I mean, absolute disaster for Formula 1 and for the organizers here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, it really does sum it up. Unfortunately, we've had to end session 1 early because they've realized the track has now got problems around it, because they've got to sort that issue out, because they did weld down the drain cover and the car just ripped it straight off the road.
Yes.
I mean, absolutely bizarre. Carlos Sainz looks very, quite apart from anything, peeved. Looks absolutely angry as anything.
Of no fault of his own. He's just gone down that back straight. Something's come up on the underside of his car, and his engine came up with a massive warning telling him to shut the car off. So this is going to be a major amount of repair work. He walks now into the garage and sees his father there, Carlos Sainz Sr., waiting for him. Massive issues for Formula 1, and there's going to be a huge outcry from the fans now for sure. Very interesting, though. We did get, of course, some running from drivers. Very, of course, subdued. No one really getting their true pace shown out on circuit. I just want to see the finishing order of all of those drivers for a second.
Of the very little running that we had, yes.
So the fastest time that we did get out on circuit was a 1:40.909 set by Charles Leclerc. The Ferraris are expected to be very quick around the circuit this weekend. Charles Leclerc hinted at Max Verstappen in an interview earlier this week, saying that they are topped to be quite quick in qualifying and in the race as well. They seem to be quite quick off the bat. As we said, Leclerc has that fastest time for 1:40.9. Then it's Hülkenberg with 1:43.4. Then Magnussen with a 1:44.2. Max Verstappen then with the 4th fastest time. He was setting quite a fast lap time, and then unfortunately that red flag did come out.
And again, unfortunately, these times mean next to nothing, because we didn't really see any proper laps, because again, all the drivers were just trying to get used to the track. So you would have seen much quicker times. I imagine even closer to the 1:36s, 1:37s even, in terms of the session. So the times mean nothing, because we had such a premature end. So yeah, as Lindiwe says, they're going to have to check all of the manhole covers around the track and make sure they're properly welded down, because clearly the job they've done already was not good enough.
Yes, Lindy, we're just saying, hearing that the frame around the manhole came up, it was welded down. So from the pictures that I've seen, it's the center part of the manhole cover that has come up. It looks like it's about that big in diameter. It's certainly big enough to cause damage. And the stewards have seen a lot of issues, possibly, and they've decided not to resume the session so that they can make sure that the track is up to safety standards for the next session. Very interesting that they missed out on this and didn't see that there would be an issue with the manhole covers this weekend, because we've been going to circuits for so many years now and this hasn't been an issue. But it is a new circuit.
But to be fair as well, I mean, they had actually welded them down. They knew about that issue. They knew about the fact they needed to weld them down.
Cover.
So I think just something wrong there with that part of the track, as we're seeing here. Joe Bauer, of course, the FIA on the ground, always has been. They're just having a look at it and they're just explaining, I think they're looking at
pictures of it. They're going to be having to come up with an explanation for Ferrari. They're currently standing outside the Ferrari garage. I think they're going to have to explain to some very angry Italians why they have broken their floor.
I mean, absolutely bizarre. So, 10 minutes of running. All the cars got their way back to the pits. Now working on their setups and getting the cars all ready for what was going to be the rest of the session, whilst they had that red flag, just waiting for Carlos Sainz to get off the track. We saw a whole lot of cars on the strip, and we thought, why on earth are they all there? and then found that there's a huge issue on the track, and as a result, the session will not be resumed. Good, though, for Lance Stroll, who did have small issues with his car, and he wasn't able to really get out into the session, but a disaster here in Vegas, as we have a result for FP1, but it means nothing. Charles Leclerc first, Nico Hulkenberg second, Kevin Magnussen third. I mean, it's pointless having a look at the result for the session because it means nothing.
I think everyone got one true pace lap in.
And not even true
and
pace.
not even a true pace.
Basically, they had one sighter lap.
Exactly.
In the Grand Prix today. But I mean, yeah.
Disappointing, unfortunately, because it's set to be such a spectacle this race weekend in Las Vegas, and it is already off to a pretty bad start, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly that. So we do have a poll running. You can go and participate in it. It's not going to stay up for very long. But who do we blame for the issues here that we have experienced in FP1? The F1 management currently leading, funny that, with 78% of the vote. Las Vegas with 0%. Ferrari, though, with 11%.
You haven't put the FIA on there, and they, I think, are the most to blame. Well, they do the circuit inspections.
I was going to say F1 management and FIA, I say, is the same thing. So,
but the FIA are the governing body who determine the overall safety of a Formula One track, and I feel that they are the most to blame for this, as we watch the Bellagio fountains going off in the background.
Well, that's all we can watch because there's no cars on track.
There's no cars on track, so we've got the Bellagio fountain to watch right now. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing. That's the only way I can describe this first practice session. But do be sure to join us for the second practice session where hopefully we can get running. Hopefully they'll be able to sort out all of those issues. But that has been it for us for this Las Vegas Grand Prix free practice 1 review. Very, very short and sweet for that first practice session. But hopefully we will be able to get out and running for that second practice session later on in the Las Vegas evening, later on this morning.
Indeed.
In South Africa.
Yeah, so of course go check out our channel sponsors, BITDEFENDER and BOYLESPORTS. BITDEFENDER for all your cybersecurity needs and for protection on the online space. And BOYLESPORTS, who's running a very cool promotional package this weekend. For every 50 Rand you spend on betting, you can get 20 free spins in the lottery games in the app itself. So be sure to go and check out BOYLESPORTS in the description as well and sign up using that link. People waking up, of course, to watch this Grand Prix have been left very, very disappointed as we are having to basically end the first session review with next to no information because of issues on the track. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Myself, Mark, and Reece alongside me on Forever Motorsports. Be sure to catch us for the next session, which we will be live for and start a build-up for that very shortly.